Hey, what's up guys? I have a pretty sweet midweek, not even midweek, I am like 2 days after our Saturday yard sales. On Sunday, I got an insane pickup that I'm going to show you guys, and then I also picked up a bunch of stuff today, and I'll be showing you that as well. So, like many of you probably already watched my Saturday pickups video. If you didn't do that, go ahead and watch that video. You can pause this or come back after you watch Saturday's yard sale pickups. It wasn't a very good weekend. Well, it was a good weekend, but it wasn't a very good Saturday. And we had picked some stuff up during the week, which kind of made our week. But man, Sunday I'm just gonna jump right into it. I'm just gonna jump right into it. It was 1 o'clock in the morning, Sunday morning, 1 o'clock, and a guy messaged me and said, hey, I noticed that you have some Game Boy games for sale or trade. Would you be interested in trading some Game Boy games for my Super Nintendo game? And I said, okay, which one is that? And he sends me a picture of this. This is, I do believe it's pronounced Hagane. I don't know if you can see that there, if it's going to be focused or not. I will post up some pictures right now on the screen. As you can see, this game is in really great shape. Yes, there are some very minor label damage, but this game, like, it's so rare, and a lot of the times the label is completely wrecked on these because this was a Blockbuster exclusive. Apparently you couldn't buy this game in stores, you basically had to get it through Blockbuster, and a lot of the labels are wrecked or just the carts are in really bad shape. But as you can see, the front, the back, I was at the beginning worried that it was a fake, so of course we opened it up and bam, it is a mint condition chip. I had taken it to 3 different local retro shops. They all confirmed it is as real as it comes. And while I was there, I was offered $500 cash, and I said no to that for the game because I knew I could probably get more. I ended up trading it for this. So he messages me and he says, I have this game. I know it's pretty rare. I've had it since 2004, right from Blockbuster. In fact, there was a Blockbuster sticker on the cart, sorry, and he took that off before I picked it up, and it still had like the residue on it. And yeah, so he said he's had it for years, just sitting there, and he collects a bunch of games. So this is what he wanted, okay? I shit you not. He wanted Final Fantasy Legends 1, 2, and 3, which those are very fun games. And I had some repo cases for them as well, which made them look a little pretty. Also, Metroid 2 for the Game Boy. I forget the actual title for the game. That was the most expensive one, I think at around 40 or 50 bucks that they go for. Also, there was Super Mario Land. I had 3 of those, and Wario World 3. And I think there was one other game, but it was like a $15, $20 game. So really, I had traded it in value, about $100 worth of Game Boy games. I had picked up 2 big Game Boy lots for very cheap. In fact, I don't think I ever showed off the Game Boy lot. I'll do that for this Saturday. I still have a lot of the games left, so I'll show that off on this Saturday's video after done yard sailing. But needless to say, guys, I paid $40 for those Game Boy games, and I ended up getting this. And the reason why I'm making this video here on a Monday afternoon is because I already sold it. It is sold. I've got all of the postal boxing and all the bubble wrap and everything, and I'm shipping this out tomorrow morning. Guys, I got $800 for this game. 800 bucks. It's extremely rare. It is even more rare to find it in this condition. Like I said, yes, there is minor, you know, it's very minor. I have mixed emotions about this because as a collector, this is, for Super Nintendo, this is like a wet dream for a collector. And I know that probably down the road, I'm gonna regret getting rid of this. But here's the thing, guys. I'm not going for a complete Super Nintendo set. So this holds a lot more value to somebody that is. And also, I'm still relatively new at collecting. I can't believe I found one of these and I've only been collecting for like 6-7 weeks now. It's just insane. And it was brought to me. I didn't like lowball the guy. He's the one who wanted to trade. I wasn't like, oh, I'm not gonna throw that game in, can you do this? I literally obviously did what he wanted for it, and I gladly did that. I lucked out. I got my hands on a copy. This is like having 3 Earthbounds in one. These normally go for the real authentic ones. They normally go for anywhere between $600 to $1,000 depending on the quality. There are none on eBay right now that are in this type of shape. So I put it up on a Canada-wide Facebook group for collectors, and I had about 25 PMs and a bunch of trade offers with cash. And one guy said, I'll give you your asking price of 800 bucks. And I just obviously couldn't say no. So paid about $40 for it, getting about 800. That is such an awesome flip. That's gonna pay off a lot of my collection. Also, what I'm gonna do on Saturday is give you guys a complete update on how much I paid for all of my games and how much I've sold to help pay for that. Right now, I'm probably at around 40% of my entire collection already paid for from flipping things, and that's my main thing. So this was a fantastic flip. It's gonna pay for a lot of my games, and my goal is eventually to have every game that I own paid for by selling my doubles or finding games really cheap at yard sales and making a profit, all while collecting, because I am a collector first. So yeah, there it is, guys, Hagane. Let me put up a little clip of the game here for those that haven't heard of it. I played it very, very briefly. It is like Mega Man meets Contra meets I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. It's kind of very fast paced. The graphics look great. It's very fun, and apparently it's really tough. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be holding on to it long enough to play it, but maybe I will find another one. And if I do ever find another one, I will definitely keep it for my own collection. But like I said, I'm just at that part in my collecting, where I'm in it to flip and have things paid for right now for the big, huge price tag items and super rare ones. But yeah, there it is. If this was like an ultra rare game, like the Zombies game for Nintendo, I'll post a picture of it. Obviously, I'd keep that because I'm going for a full NES. But anyway, enough about it. There it is, guys. Say goodbye to it. It's gone. All you collectors out there that watch my videos, they're probably either pulling their hairs out or giving me a virtual high five for such an awesome flip and making a shit ton of money from the flip. So either way, awesome. Now, the other stuff that I picked up today. Now, if you guys watched when I first started collecting, I bought a huge lot of games for 1,200 bucks from a local collector. He actually lives about 45 minutes away from me. I drove out to his house today to go and pick up this, which is an old school Nintendo stand. This isn't exactly the one that I used when I was a kid. The one that I used when I was a kid, there's a couple different versions. The one I used had this had a Nintendo logo here, but it was a big drawer, and you could open and close it and stick a system right inside, or games or whatever. His son actually is going to be keeping that one, so they sold me this one. He sold me this. I'll tell you the price at the end, but yeah, I got that. It's a nice little collectible item. It'll look great in a game room, and it reminds me a lot of my childhood, so really happy about picking this up. And maybe one day I will find the other one. I actually know where there's another one, the one that I want, but he's asking 100 bucks for it, and I don't want to spend that much. Alright, so while I was there, I picked up a bunch of stuff. This is just Super Nintendo controller. The one that he actually gave me before, complete in box, the controller was broken. So he just gave me a free one, made sure it worked, so thank you. Alright, I picked up some books, some booklets. I've got a Nintendo GameCube book that goes with the system because I actually don't have a box, but I know I'm going to come across the box, so I want to be able to make a complete in-box set. I also got the Aladdin booklet. I have that game. Donkey Kong Country 3, this is for Super Nintendo. I have that game as well, so now I have the booklet. Super Mario All-Stars, have that as well, so I gotta grab the booklet. A game that I don't have yet, but I'm sure I will find one sooner than later, Super Mario Kart. I tried to buy it off him today, but it was his last copy and he wanted to keep it because his buddies go over his place and play it. So, but I have a mint condition manual for it, so that's good. Mario Paint, I still have a copy of Mario Paint, so grab the book. And Top Gear, I also have that game, so I grabbed the book. He had a bunch of booklets, so I just grabbed all the games that I had that would match these. So, yep, all those. Also got a complete in-box 007. It's got the manual in there. It's got the manuals, 100% complete in box, and of course the game as well. Sorry if the bright light is shining. Also, guys, this is like my movie review set. I will have a video game set on the other side of this room. My dad and I are building some custom shelves, and we'll hopefully have that done this weekend. The wood is out in my garage right now, drying. I did another coat of paint, so just making sure everything is painted black. So there's that. I got that complete in box, 007. Now, I guess I'll just go through the Super Nintendo games that I picked up. First being Donkey Kong Country. Label's in great shape. The whole cart is in really good shape. This is a game that I mistakenly picked up. I'll be honest, I made a boo-boo and I thought that this was a different game, and it wasn't. I thought that this was Soul Blazer, but it's Brain Lord, and I already have the game, so shit. I ended up buying that. I checked my collection, I was like, wait a second, I got the wrong game. But anyway, I got another copy of this. The label's in really great shape, but I'll end up trading that or selling it. I got it cheap anyway, but still. Made a boo-boo. Now, the two ones I'm about to show you here, one of them is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. This is one of my favorite Super Nintendo games of all time. Even though, as most of you guys know, I'm not a huge Zelda fan, it doesn't bring nostalgia to me except for this game. I was never a fan of I shouldn't say I was never a fan of the N64 version, but that's going to be in a whole different video as I tell you guys the backstory behind that. But this game in particular is so much fun. Whenever I had handhelds, I would try and get the version of this for the handheld. Love this game, played it many times. And the last Super Nintendo game that I have, and it is also one of my favorites in the top 5, Zombies Ate My Neighbors. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Label's in great shape. The back label here has got a little bit of cracks in the back, but overall, I mean, it looks great, and I got it at a pretty good price. So there's that. And then I got a bunch of Nintendo games to add to my collection. Going to a guy like this, you're not going to get absolute steals because he knows what the stuff is worth. But we have a relationship where I go over his place, I buy a whole bunch of stuff in bulk, and he gives me a really good deal. I don't buy stuff from him to flip and sell. I buy stuff from him to add to my collection that I would be paying a little bit more, or in this case, quite a bit more on eBay or from a retail, from like a reseller in a store. So, you know, this isn't like a yard sale steal, but it's still a really good deal. So these are the Nintendo games that I got for my collection. I am going for a 100% collection for Nintendo. I got the Rocketeer, Renegade, which kind of looks like a Double Dragon ripoff. Don't know, never heard of it. I got Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2. Ninja Gaiden or Ninja Gaiden, I think it's Gaiden, that's how you pronounce it. 1 and 2. I'm also dropping games. I got Skate or Die 2. A shitbox, Goal, it's like a soccer game. Lunar Pool, another shitbox. Paperboy 2, and this is not like an expensive game, but I think it's like a $20, $25 cart, I'm not sure. But yeah, Paperboy 2. Another good title, Darkman. MC Kids. It's also a fairly rare game and mint condition here. I think this is like a $20 cart or so. And I also got Tetris 2. He had about another 30 or 40 games that I needed for my collection, but I didn't want to go too ham. The reason why I bought all this stuff is because I knew I was getting a nice big sale from my my big find yesterday. So I went and bought all that. So I got all of the manuals, the Nintendo stand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Nintendo games, 4 really solid titles for Super Nintendo, once again, and a complete inbox 007 mint condition. Got it all for 250 bucks. So I'm pretty happy about that. Priced everything up if I were to buy this sort of stuff online, or probably would spend even more at a retail store. But if I were to buy it all on eBay, we're looking 450 to 500 bucks, depending on, you know, shipping and stuff like that. So I got a really solid deal here. I'm happy about that. I didn't go too crazy today, but it's nice to be able to actually buy all this stuff and straight add it to my collection. Because on yard sales, or if I'm doing big lot finds, a lot of the time is I'm buying stuff that I already have, like PS2s, Wii's, N64s, GameCubes, and all that stuff, and a bunch of shitbox games, and then I basically just flip it to make money to help pay for the stuff that I already got. So it's nice to actually add things to the collection. Got a bunch of manuals, and of course, insane find, guys, insane! And it's going tomorrow. I might regret it, but you know what? It's gotta go. It's gotta go. And maybe one day we'll find another one. I was told from several well-known collectors in the area that this is the 3rd copy that is known in Nova Scotia right now. I'm sure there are other copies around, but ones that people know about. This is the 3rd, and this one is in the best shape. The chip, the label, everything. There is one that has a repo label, so the whole label is fake, but the inners is all real. And the other one, the label is just in rough condition. So really pumped that I found it, really pumped that I'm getting what it's worth. Actually, to be honest, I'm getting a little bit, I think a little bit more than what it's worth, 800 bucks. I'm just happy. What did you guys think about the finds? Or already early this week, I'm sure. Oh, there's more. Oh wait, there's more. I just picked up this stuff. I may as well show you it. I literally just picked up this stuff here. I got a sports shitbox, ESPN Sunday Night Football for Super Nintendo, and 2 Super Nintendo controllers, and I got two Super Nintendos. I got all that, so 2 Super Nintendos, the hookups. Only one problem is the power cord for this is non-existent. So I have to get one, but that's not a problem. I can get one for $5. This one here is complete. This one's really yellow, so this is the, you know, plated 18 karat gold version. And it also got a nice little crack there on the bottom. So this is basically I'll end up selling this one when I get it completed for like, you know, 40, 50 bucks, and that'll be the show. This one I will definitely get $100 for when I bundle it with some games. Super Nintendos are really easy to sell, and they're just at high demand. So by the time I sell this for 100 bucks with some games, I already have this lot paid for and some, and then this will just be icing on the cake. So I really just bought these strictly for flipping purposes and nothing more. So 55 bucks, 2 Super Nintendos, got all the hookups for this one, and got the the RF cable for this, but no power cord. And that little shitbox game, 2 controllers, 55 bucks. Can't really beat that. So that's also what I picked up today. Sorry if I rambled on a little bit too much on this video. I try and keep these as short as possible, but I want to give you a little bit of backstory and stuff about the finds that I had today. Just really excited about it. Just such an awesome start to my week. It's only Monday. Hopefully I'll be able to find some more stuff throughout the week, and I'll bundle it in with the yard sale finds that we get this Saturday. Fingers crossed that it's going to be good weather. But we'll see you on Saturday. I'll also show off my Game Boy lot that I picked up for 80 bucks. And there's one game in there in particular that is over $120 or something like that. Plus I got like Pokemon Blue and some other shit. So a really nice Game Boy lot that I'll be able to show you guys on Saturday as well. Thank you so much, and I am so happy that you guys are enjoying this content. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I am having a blast doing this. I actually think that this is the most fun I've had doing something other than playing games in ever. I mean, I can't really think of a time. I get excited when I go to yard sales. I get excited when I find deals. I get excited when I get crazy rare games and make a huge profit. And I get excited when I can post up a video and we can discuss games and you guys tell me what you're finding, and other YouTubers are checking out my channel and then I talk to them and they tell me stories and I tell them stories. I'm just really enjoying the stuff, and I am so happy that you guys are also enjoying it. I've been getting a lot of likes on these videos. I've been getting a lot of subscribers, and I think I really found something that I'm going to be doing for years to come. And that is collecting video games, man. There's nothing like it. Is it an addiction? I think so. I really think so, man. It's like fucking black tar heroin. This right here. If I could snort this, I'd probably try. Not really, because drugs are bad and I don't do drugs, but